From somewhere below the surface of the Midwest, in the studio wing of the adult fans of Nerf's secret bunker, this is the AFoN Show. With your hosts, Mr. K and Mr. S.
Hello Nerf Nation! Welcome to the Adult Fans of Nerf Show. Today we're going to talk about
Cyber Strike.
That's right, Mr. K. Today we're going to talk about Cyber Strike.
That's right, Cyber Strike. Cyber Strike was one of the older Nerf genres, Nerf series.
And they had some really nifty stuff out there.
Yes, they did. Cyber Strike was all about, it was
like spy gear almost.
Spy gear, cybernetics, and stuff like that. A lot of it was stuff that fit on your body or stuff that you could communicate with.
Yeah.
I have almost the entire set of Cyber Strike gear. The only one I'm missing is the Ratchet Blast. And the Ratchet Blast, as you can see in the picture, is a blaster that goes on your hand, a little shroud covers your hand, and you ratchet it much like the barrel brake to cock it. And the darts go in the front and you just pop one off. Now of the ones that I have 4 of them that are in the box, and these ones are the blasters that kind of more go together. Like the Comlink 2 are kind of, those two go together, because you can't really use a Comlink without having 2.
You could, but you'd be talking to yourself. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
The T3 Defender.
I like this one.
Yes. It is 2-in-1 blasters.
It's pretty cool, yeah. It's the sight on top here flips up as the handle for the arrow launcher, and then it's got a little pistol-y thing here. These aren't the arrows that came with it. They're just for show.
Yeah, I didn't get any arrows with it. Didn't come in the box or anything. I'm still looking for one in the box. I'd like to get it. But these are in fairly high demand in the modding world, as far as I know. So it's kind of hard to find.
No question why. They're just really cool looking. This series is probably one of the more unique series of the older Nerf blasters to me. I really like that a lot of the blasters have pocket or belt clips that work really well.
Yeah, they somehow, almost all of them fit on you. You can carry them on you without having to worry about it.
Without too much physical determinant at all.
Yep. And the Comlink 2, they're just 2, normal blasters, and using the Mega Darts.
Yeah, they use the Mega Darts.
Happen to have walkie-talkies on them. Now, one of these guys is the Command Comlink, and one is
Recon. It says right on the sticker right along here. You can't see it in the camera, but it's there. It says Recon.
The only difference between them is that sticker and the fact that the clip and the dart holder are on opposite sides.
So that was left-handed? Yeah, it is. It's left-handed. Haha.
I would say it's right-handed, because all of this is activated with the.
But the belt clippy thing is on the left side. So
I suppose
on the left. See, I'm thinking about myself here.
But anyways, these are like classic walkie-talkies. These aren't like the modern walkie-talkies. These are like the walkie-talkies that we used to have when we were little.
Yes, early days of personal toy walkie-talkies. They didn't have a very good range.
They were all staticky.
Very staticky.
Yeah. And they would.
Oh yeah, feedback.
Feedback was a big thing.
Ain't that pretty?
Oh yeah. And they have the
Morse code. So if you know Morse code, you could talk to yourself that way. They'd be a lot cooler if they didn't have static all over the place. But.
Yeah, and I think that the antenna should have probably been somewhere else. It's kind of, I suppose it's okay there.
I don't mind it there. Where else would you put it?
Yeah. I think one of the weirdest things about these is these use 9-volt batteries. Like no other.
I had
one
no other Nerf blasters use 9-volt batteries, but I did have, when I was a youngin' way back in the dinosaur days, I had a set of walkie-talkies that used 9 volts.
Yeah,
so
it seemed like when I was young. Yeah, when I was younger too, they all seemed to use 9-volt batteries.
9 volt used to be a bit more prominent than it is now.
Yeah, now it's just in smoke detectors.
Pretty much.
Smoke detectors are keeping the 9-volt battery alive.
There you go.
But doesn't fire too bad at all.
No, it's pretty decent.
It is pretty decent. I mean, other than the static, it'd make a good blaster now for a pair of guys in a Nerf battle.
Oh yeah, something maybe something you could retool maybe for dart tag. It'd be really cool.
Which is why I think it'd be cool if they released an actual like little module for the tactical rails that could be a walkie-talkie.
That would be really cool.
To figure out, have a red team and a blue team or whatever, 2 different teams, different frequencies, so that they couldn't
cross-contaminate each other. I like that. Yep.
This guy is the Rototrack.
Rototrack, he's really interesting too. Has a strap to go around your wrist, a little bit more comfortable for kids or those of us with smaller wrists or forearms.
Yeah, I really have to wear it up farther in order to actually make it work.
It kind of just barely fits on me. It's a little bit uncomfortable. The track, you have to push back to lock, pull forward. That flips up and breaks off.
Breaking my shit.
I'm not breaking it, it's fixed, see there. And then this can come off, it holds a bunch of mega darts.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can actually, there was a point in the past you could actually buy extra ones, or extra set pieces of track, or the track that you can link together to make it longer.
This looks like there's 4 dart containers per piece of the, or is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah, 4. So if you can get extras, you can make this thing like a Vulcan pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and this guy has actually a pretty decent range. I mean, it has no trigger or anything, so it basically fires on pull.
Back. Loud as all get out, but
yes.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So that's the Rototrack.
Yep. Next, we're going to talk about the preceptor. Now, the preceptor I have in a sealed box, and so I will not be opening it today. I do want to get one to play with, but I do not want to open this one because I will never be able to find an unopened one again. But this one is pretty cool. As you can see on the back, they have a bunch of the entire series on there, and the guy's carrying a few of them. All the ones that I do have. The preceptor had a headband, which probably wouldn't fit on my head because I have a big head. It has a rear view mirror so that you can see behind you, who's coming behind you. Has a little targeting reticle, and then it has a little attachment that you can pop off and use as a separate blaster, but it has a blaster on the headpiece as well. And this pad right here is what you use to trigger it. It has a little rail for a couple more darts there. I would really like to get one of these so that I can actually play with it.
But you won't.
And we'll see. Now this guy that Travis has,
I took it out of the box.
yes, this one's okay to take out of the box because the box was already opened. I just like to keep it in the box so that
You have it in the box.
I have it in the box.
Easy storage.
Indeed.
So this is the autogrip. It flips up. Same kind of crap on the back, blah, 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 more stuff. So you push the, how do you do this? You push the button?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've never, you pull it.
Pull it.
And I almost smacked myself in the face with it. So you pull on this little knobby thingy right here, and it flips up. And then you gotta pump it.
Nope,
You just pull it out. See, I haven't played with these really much. This is all Mr. K's collection. Pretty much only really designed for the right-hander in the family.
Yeah, left, no way.
No, yeah, it just wouldn't. But it's pretty cool. cool. I mean, it's a nice little secret shotty thing. It still keeps your hand open so you can, still shoot one of these and...
It kind of looks, it's always reminded me a little bit of the Noisy Cricket. It just, whenever I see it, I just instantly think Men in Black, Noisy Cricket.
Because, it is a small little blaster. This part right here is just a small little blaster with a trigger. And I really like the way the gauntlet looks, if I can get it in the camera properly here. There we go. The gauntlet's really cool. It's got storage up here for 3 darts. The tube kind of gets in the way a little bit, but whatever. You're a cyborg. It doesn't really matter. You've got tubes and wires all over you anyway.
And this guy here is the Armor Shot, and he is in the box as well, and I have never actually taken him out of the box, even though the box is open. So, we shall see how it works.
Yeah. So this is your virgin run with it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the packaging is sealed.
The plastic's sealed.
Oh no, he's torn. He doesn't know what to do.
I'm torn. I don't know whether to open it or not. We'll see. Let's see if it works with it in there still.
Yeah, I'm gonna take these darts off of here because I noticed one of them was starting to bend. I don't want you to bend your mega darts because you can't really get them anymore.
Yeah. Alright, so this guy clips on.
He's
here.
trying to do
I'm gonna do it
while it's still in the packaging. This is unique.
Let's see if I can actually do it. This thing clips on here really hard, it looks like.
This is why I decided a long time ago I wasn't going to be an in-the-box collector with my Transformers and stuff, because really you just want to play with it. So play with it.
Box is open, I might as well.
Yeah, I shot the ceiling.
Alright, let's see if we can get this sucker on here.
Some assembly required.
Some assembly required. What would old toys be without some assembly required? There we go.
Not as cool, really.
Not as cool.
That was one of the, I don't know. I was always a fan of some assembly required.
Yeah, it gets you more involved in the toy.
It does. Toys are supposed to be interactive. You're supposed to play with them, build them, do things with them.
Darts, please.
It's like we're conducting surgery.
Indeed.
Indeed.
So, this is the Armor Shot.
So you can fit how many on there? 1, 2, 3. You can fit 8 darts on there and plus 1 in the barrel,
Yep.
so 9 dart storage total.
So this is the Armor Shot. The Armor Shot just kind of clips, maybe. Clips on there, If you had a pocket, if I had a pocket, I could probably clip it in the pocket.
Tell you about a pocket protector.
It's a little. It's a little awkward on here, and it is overall a little bit awkward because of the way it sits, but it's supposed to clip on, and then you can use it to...
That's how you, that's the trigger right there.
What?
That's how I fired it, that button up there. I don't know how else to fire it, that's just how I
Okay.
figured it out.
So anyways, you pull it back, and then... Work? Yeah, to fire it. Then this guy flips up for some reason. I don't really understand.
As a shield, and then you can shoot the ceiling. He's
Let's look at
consulting
the
the
instructions to make sure. Oh, okay.
Was I right?
It's from firing for the waist, from the waist. So you can.
Oh, you can shoot from the hip.
Yes, you can shoot from the hip. Clip this, pop this down, hook it onto a belt. You can actually pop this down and pop it down. Thing pops out. You can shoot from the hip. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Okay, to fire, hit the handle or push the button.
Don't hit it, you might break it.
Okay. Let's give it another shot, so to speak, and literally. With some of these older ones, they actually did have quite a few of the blasters that you just hit the priming handle to fire. I don't know how well it's going to work. Oh, well enough. I suppose it probably helps push the dart or push the plunger forward a little bit too.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, that's the armor shot. Pretty cool little guy. It's interesting. I kind of wish they would do a little bit more of this stuff with current gen, but I do like the end strike and vortex, don't get me wrong.
So this is the strong arm.
Indeed.
This one's kind of interesting. I thought, okay, it has these two Velcro strappies here. I thought this one was supposed to go more around the wrist, whatever, but looking at the instructions, it actually is supposed to go around your hand. So you strap it around your hand, strap it around your thingy, your wrist, and then it's got a handle to hold on to. Why it flips up and down, I guess I'm not really sure. Maybe so you can kind of have your hand free, whatever. Then you pull it back. I think this flips the blaster, or flips the thingy forward. And then how do you fire it?
How do you fire? Hang on, let me look.
Indeed. I thought there was going to be a button or something right here.
Oh. This dial up here chooses which one to shoot.
Oh, so it does one at a time?
It does one at a time. I don't think you can select both.
Try putting it in the middle to see if it'll fire both.
Let's see. Okay, and then you pull that back, right?
Yep, I pulled it back. It's cocked. See, this is the first time we've ever played with these.
Yeah.
Is there more instructions on the back?
It has the
Sticker instructions. Well, don't we feel like professionals right now?
It's part of learning.
They're learning with us. So yeah, it flips forward with this little button, and then, according to the instructions, you push forward the cocking ring in order to
So you
fire it?
push the cock ring forward.
Oh, maybe.
Let's try
apparently you
moving the
can't.
selector. Oh, it just kind of pooped it out.
Yeah.
Probably because these have been in there forever and a day.
Yeah. Were they in the chambers?
Oh yeah, they were in the chamber.
Ah.
Yeah, these were in the chamber in the box, and these were right here. I didn't load it. It's just the way it was. That one was a little bit better.
A little bit better. But yeah, that's a strong arm. I'm sure if the darts hadn't been in there, it would be a little bit more impressive. But yeah, so that's the Cyber Strike line. It's a pretty interesting line. Lots of gimmicks and kind of complicated blasters. I mean, they're not most of them aren't your normal gun-shaped blasters. They have a little bit more to them than it.
That's what I like about them. You know, Nerf back in the day wasn't just about let's make a quasi-realistic gun. It was let's make toys that shoot darts, and this is a great way to get kids using their imaginations and doing something fun. They are a bit more sci-fi themed than some of the newer stuff, more out there sci-fi. But these came out in what, the early 90s? Late 80s, early 90s?
Early 90s, because the late 80s is when Nerf really started. So.
Okay. So there was a bit more of a demand for high science fiction toys for the kids, and this. I mean, 96. I wish I had a 96. Yeah. So that's we're talking almost late 90s now.
Yep.
And these really seem like they came from longer ago than the 90s.
They really do.
Because I grew up in the 90s and I don't remember seeing these in stores. Most of them, anyways.
Seeing where I grew up, we didn't have access to a lot of this stuff. I grew up in a rural area. I was like 40 miles away from the nearest anything you could consider a city. So I wasn't immersed in the toy scene as much as I could have been had I lived in a city. But these, I mean, I would have loved to play with these as a kid. As an adult, I look at them and I it makes me feel like a kid. I wanna play with these more now. So yeah, I like the Cyber Strike series.
Yeah, I liked a lot of the series that they did back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why we're going to be covering them in future episodes, like we did with the Cyber Strike gear, because we want to show you guys, especially you youngins that were born in the '90s and don't remember this shit.
Youngins,
you know, you were 5 years old when.
5 years old when Nerf really started to come into its own with this kind of stuff. And this was all what? This was all Kenner Nerf stuff, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me double check. I just want to. These were all Kenner, but this was the point where Hasbro had actually bought Kenner.
Oh, so this was shortly after the merger where Hasbro bought Kenner and still hadn't changed the names on all their IPs.
Yep. So.
But if you look on here, it does have the Hasbro website, Hasbro.com. Or no, this was 96 before the internet.
But it wasn't really before the. It was before the internet was made.
Before the internet, but it was before the internet was for porn. Okay.
Yeah, but it does have Hasbro Corporation Consumer Services address and phone number if you wanted to call or mail them using the postal system.
The postal before email was prevalent.
Yeah. So.
There go my echo.
I wonder even when Hasbro established their website. It can't have been too long ago. It must have been late 90s, like 99 or something like that.
Well, you know, there was the .com boom in the very late 90s when everybody decided the internet was cool and was going to stay around for a while, and all the corporations started jumping on the bandwagon. So yeah, I would say late 90s.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it all kind of blurred together, and I just remember this shit. Just make sure it doesn't get.
Don't store your darts on the blasters.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to store them like that because they get all fucking mangled and shit.
We don't like fucking mangled and shit darts, because
Yeah.
especially the old ones, because like we said before, you just can't find them anymore.
Yeah, the only place you can really find these Mega Darts is online now. eBay. And I don't know, it's kind of unfortunate.
It
makes
is
sense because
unfortunate.
you can't find these blasters anymore.
Because Hasbro doesn't make anything anymore that uses the Mega Darts. There's no reason for them to keep selling them on their store. So yeah, you have to use the interwebs, the black market, so to say.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting if they decided to
make some more blasters that use the Mega Darts.
I really wish they would. I really liked in the Wii game. You know, they had all those different kind of, had the Mega Balls, they had the super ridiculous missile crap all over the place.
Oh yeah, that one that shot like that kickball size
Yeah,
ball.
boom! I would love to
yeah.
see something like that. It would be great.
That would be awesome.
Even if like the modding community could get and make a blaster that looks and functions like that, that'd be freaking amazing.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. And it wouldn't have to be a really sturdy ball like the ballistics ball. I'm sure you could find some way to fire something that was a little bit squishier, so it wouldn't hurt quite as much.
Like a kickball. I think a kickball would work in one
I
of those.
think it would too. Challenge out there.
A challenge.
As we're waiting for Matt to put his stuff back in his box.
It never goes in the box like it came out.
See, that's why I keep the boxes, but I don't keep the things in the boxes.
All right.
Was that everything for the Cyber Strike series?
That's everything for the Cyber Strike series.
Smaller series, big
Yep.
potential.
Yeah. Because I mean, the only one I don't have is the Ratchet Blast.
And you're a failure because of it.
All right.
All right, until next time, I'm Mr. S.
I'm Mr. K.
Keep nerfing out there, everybody.